Hello, everyone, and welcome to this next episode of SPINcast here. I have Blake Mitchell here with me, and I'll let him introduce himself and his program, and then we'll get started.
Hey, awesome. First off, thanks, Nick. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to hop on here and chat a little bit about Swedes Esports and what it is that we do. My name is Blake Mitchell. I am the esports director at Bethany College in Lindsborg, Kansas. We currently compete in Rocket League, League of Legends, Call of Duty, Valorant, Overwatch. I have a couple Apex players, and we also have a Smash player on campus as well. So certainly looking to expand in those titles and hopefully continue growing as a program.
Are you guys mostly a club-oriented program, more so varsity, or kind of a mix of both?
It is a varsity-oriented program. Everybody that we bring in externally in terms of recruits, year to year, semester to semester, comes in on scholarship. I do have a couple of walk-ons as well. Like my Smash player this year is who's been very dominant in the NECC is actually a walk-on.
Hmm.
So I guess you could say we have a good mix of scholarship and non-scholarship just due to walk-ons, but by definition, our program is a varsity program.
Gotcha. Are you guys under athletics?
We are, yep, under
Gotcha.
the athletics department.
Cool, cool, cool. And you mentioned the games that you guys currently have. How many current players total do you have?
Our total roster right now is 39, I believe, 22 of which are here on scholarship. And it kind of varies. We have walk-ons, semester to semester. Some stay, some don't. But I would say a good average over this semester we're sitting at 39. We've been
Hmm.
up above 40. We've been down below 30. So,
Gotcha.
but currently at 39.
Awesome, awesome. And you mentioned the games that you currently have. Are those all the games you're recruiting for, or are you looking to expand off that as well?
I will absolutely, if we can get recruits in the door for it, I have interest in learning how to broadcast and maybe help coach a little bit if I can. Yeah, we're also looking pretty heavily into R6 Rainbow Six Siege. That's another
Hmm.
one we'd like to get into. I wouldn't mind getting into Warzone as well, depending on the popularity of the Warzone 2.0 coming out here. I think next week.
Hmm.
So it just kind of depends on what the availability of a scene is for that. But R6 is one we're certainly looking to bring some people in for and start up a team there. And really, man, I'm open to whatever. If we can find competition for it, I'll bring somebody in on scholarship.
Gotcha. Cool, cool, cool. And you mentioned as well that you guys offer esports scholarships, but you also bring people on to walk on as well. When you are recruiting, what are some of the main traits or skills that you look for?
Honestly, at this point, I do expect this to change over the next couple of years as we continue to grow and develop. At this point, I don't really have any sort of in-game criteria that I'm really looking for. Obviously, if I told you I didn't want a full Radiant Valorant team and a full Challenger Call of Duty team and max rank in every game, I'd be lying right to you. Everybody wants that.
Hmm.
Everybody wants to compete at the highest level. But where we're at right now, it's more important to me to bring in good people. I tell my current guys, I tell really pretty much any recruit I talk to, one of the things that we're really, really looking for, and that's very important as we continue to develop this program here in year 3, and really the next couple are very important in this as well in terms of the next couple of years, is we just want to build a good solid culture, a good foundation for what the future of this program is going to be. So, what I'm looking at in terms of that is, are you willing to come in and work hard? Or are you more hey, I'm very talented at this game. I don't think I need to practice with these, potentially lower ranked players, or I don't want to play these collegiate scrims because I can play T2 or whatever scrims. That's not exactly what we're looking for. Whether we're use Valorant as an example, it's one of the most popular collegiate titles right now, and certainly the heaviest on the recruiting side at the moment. I would rather have a diamond player who's willing to come in or I'll even say I'd rather have a bronze player that's willing to come in and work their tail off, try to spend the limited time that we're able to have together, in comparison to other collegiate athletics, just due to the nature of esports and how it works. I'm looking for people that want to come spend that time to truly, utilize the few hours that we have a day as a team to improve. It doesn't matter if we're outranked. It doesn't matter if we outrank our opponents. It's as we're preparing for each individual match. What I want on my team in our program is students that say, okay, this is what we're up against. This is what we're capable of. Whether we're going to win by a lot, whether we are projected to lose, what can we do to ensure that each individual round and each individual situation, each individual, plant execution, defensive retake, whatever it is,
Hmm.
what can we do with this exact group that sets us up to be successful in that situation? That's
Sure.
kind of the attitude we're looking for more than anything. As far as talent goes, obviously, like I said, if we can get a team of 5 Radiants in for Valorant, we would love to have a team of 5 Radiants. But I will offer a scholarship to a bronze player if they want to come in and work hard. It's we'll eventually work towards the point, I think, where we will start having a minimum rank requirement like you see with a lot of schools, as far as like a varsity scholarship.
Hmm.
And we still offer a little smaller scholarships for academy level players. I'll never, regardless of whether we get to the point where we say, okay, we want our varsity team to be diamond or immortal plus or ascendant plus or whatever it is. I'm always going to have scholarship money available to also bring in those lower ranked players who just want to come be a part of something, have a little bit of their college get paid for, and learn a little bit along the way.
Sure. No, I mean that makes a lot of sense. And when I talk to a lot of players as well, and they ask, how important is your rank or my rank? I kind of say in the example of you hand a coach a piece of paper that has their rank on it, and obviously, if it says like Radiant, you're gonna be like, okay, well, this player obviously I kind of have a baseline understanding of what his skill level is going to be, but what kind of goes along with that? And that question is going to be the answer of if you actually want that player or not. Him being or her being Radiant alone will not just be like, okay, here you go, you're on the team type of thing.
Not at all. Not at all. I
Yeah.
have more concerns recruiting high ranked players, and that's not to say that there's any sort of stigma or anything to that, but I have more concerns recruiting high ranked players than I do recruiting low ranked players. Typically, and that's I hate to generalize. I certainly don't mean to do that, but I've had more of the high ranked players that have definitely shown up with an ego and maybe not been the best teammates, and that's really what we're looking for. I tell all my people, okay, we're playing Ascent, we're on offense, we're attacking the A site. What can I do as a smokes player? What can I do as a duelist? What can I do as if I'm on Jet? How can I help entry this site to help my team be successful? And a lot of those higher ranked players, not all of them, but a lot of them have solo queued to that rank, which is impressive in its own right. But that doesn't mean they have a lot of experience playing with a team, and some do.
Hmm.
Some play those T2 events as well. Everybody's situation is different. I would say the most important thing, man, is really just how can you sell yourself as a good teammate.
No, 100%. And with the high ranked players, it's a little different too, because in terms of competitive level, they're playing in a lot more stuff. When you mentioned like a bronze player, at the end of the day, is probably not playing in tier 2 stuff, things like that. While the higher level player at the end of the day is, and at the end of the day, playing on a college team is a lot different than playing for an amateur organization or things like that. So there could be some growing pains or things that they have to learn and become accustomed to that a lower ranked player may already be used to if they play on like a high school team or different things like that. And they're more willing to learn and grow because they aren't at that upper echelon in terms of solo queuing all the way up there or whatnot. So
Absolutely.
it just goes hand in hand with that. But cool. That's a lot of good stuff there, and that all, like I said, makes a lot of sense. And it's about your kind of all around, almost like resume in terms of what you can bring to the table in terms of like communication, how you can play with a team, all that sort of stuff, than just purely like what's your rank or what's your competitive experience like. All that looks good and it's a great baseline to have. But it's also what comes along with it. Kind of moving on off of that, do you guys currently recruit or look for any students to help in non-player roles within your program?
If there were more available, every time I've seen one posted with Spin, I've tried to reach out. If there were more available, I would bring in at least one for every single title if I could. I currently I run our socials. I run all of our live streams. I cast a majority of our games. I don't cast League of Legends because I'm very thankful to have a coach that helps out with League of Legends.
Hmm.
As I continue to try and learn a little more about it.
Yeah.
But short of League of Legends, I broadcast, I do stats, I'm our only recruiter. So if I could find somebody to come in on scholarship that was interested in either A, running a broadcast, B, being a caster, C, social media manager, or even somebody looking to get some recruiting experience, maybe a perfect example. I had a young man last semester. He was actually one of my Rocket League players, did a internship with me, to learn a little more about recruiting because he wanted to go to master's program at Kansas State University and work with their football team. And
Mhm.
I don't know if I would assume that his internship recruiting for esports maybe helped out a little bit, but he got that position. He's over at Kansas State right now. Big part of their football team in terms of their staff, and they're having a very successful season. And I know he's really enjoying himself. If I could help um, set more people up to be in a spot like that, I think that'd be great. There's every single title you watch at the amateur, professional level, collegiate level. It's not just the players on screen that you see. There's a team of observers. There's a team of casters. There's a team of broadcasters, the streamers. There's so many different avenues than just competitive playing. And if I can help somebody maybe reach a goal of gaining some experience in there, absolutely. I don't know that this is necessarily the case, but there are times I swear if I could get somebody willing to come in and broadcast, I'd give them twice the scholarship I would a Radiant ranked player, just for the sake of